Good morning, everybody. This is Prakash D. Karigar, Assistant Professor, Government Postgraduate College for Women Singaraju. My subject is Cost Accounting 1 for 5th semester, University, Akka Mahadevi Women's University, Vijaypur. Session 4, Concept of Cost. In concept of cost, there are three factors. One is cost unit, cost centers, and element of cost. In case of element of cost, it contains material, labor, and overheads. Next, learning objectives. What are the objectives for the learning? We have to know about that. That's what. In that first one is to understand the basic of concept, cost, costing, cost accounting, and preparation of cost sheet. Second one is to understand the ascertainment of profit or loss under cost accounting system. And a session outcome. What is the session outcome? The students can be able to understand the concept of cost accounting and preparation of cost sheet. And I will come for the concept, that is the cost unit. What is the cost unit? Cost unit is a unit of measurement of cost. It measures the cost. Unit means it measures the cost. Like a cost unit is a unit of like a product or service or time in relation to which cost may be calculated. For the cost ascertainment, we have to go the unit wise. For calculating, we have to see the cost unit. What is the cost unit? According to the product wise, unit wise, service, time. And by seeing all these factors like product, service, and time, it calculate or ascertain the cost. It is the best example is cost per machine hour. Per machine, per hour, how much will be the cost? It is the unit. It is the cost unit. Similarly, cost unit per ton of steel. For the when the production is going on in case of a steel factory, per ton of steel, how much it costs? It is a cost unit. Cost unit it is. And similarly, per passenger per kilometer. What is the cost per passenger per kilometer? For per passenger per kilometer, we can't take only one unit. We have to take the two units, like the passenger and kilometer. For passenger and kilometer, how much will be the cost? And there are types of cost units. There are two types of cost units. One is single or simple unit, cost unit. The simple or the single cost unit, it is a measurement of only a single unit. Example, cost per ton, cost per meter, cost per kilogram. Only single unit or a simple unit will be taken for the measurement here. In the case of first type, the single unit or the simple unit, only one unit will be considered. And similarly, after the simple or the single unit, we go for the combined cost. Combined cost, it is nothing but it is a combination of two units. It is a combination of two units. It is used where simple cost is not possible for calculating cost or ascertainment of cost. When it is not possible by single unit, we will go for the combining of two units. It is called as a combined cost or composite cost. For example, per passenger kilometer, per day, per bed per day, per ton kilometric. Here the passenger and kilometer, passenger is one unit and kilometer is one unit. Combination of two unit, we can calculate or we can ascertain the cost easily. Like passenger kilometer, passenger per kilometer, how much it cost. Similarly, per bed per day, per bed per day. If suppose we have to stay in a hotel or the lodge, then we ask per day, per bed, how much it cost. Likewise, the combination of two units is very important here. And what is the cost center? We saw the cost unit. In case of cost unit, what we saw? Product, service and time we considered over there for the cost unit. Here in case of a cost center is item, person or location. The three factors are very important for the calculation of cost center, ascertainment of cost for the cost centers. These are the centers where the cost will be ascertained. The centers like item, person or location. In case of a location or the particular area, we calculate or ascertain the cost. For the ascertainment of cost, the three factors will be considered. For it will be called as a cost center. And for the purpose of cost control also, the cost will be ascertained. And the types of cost centers. What are the types of cost centers? There are three types of cost centers. Production cost center. In this production cost center, these are the cost centers which are engaged in production of goods, only engaged in the production of goods. For example, machine shop, welding shop, etc. And service centers, the second one is the service center. These cost centers render service only. In the first case, we saw the production center, cost center. In case of production cost center, only the production were going on, not for the service. Only production was going on. We are concentrating for only the production in a cost center. We can ascertain the cost where the production is going on. And similarly, service cost center. In case of one company, the production is also going on, the service center will be there. In production center, cost center or the production department, only the production will be going on. And we can ascertain the cost over there. It was the center for ascertaining the cost. Similarly, service cost centers, these cost centers render service only, not the production. Only indirect expenses are incurred in service cost centers. Indirect expenses are incurred in service cost centers. For example, personal service centers like canteen, labor, bureaucracy, clubs. In case of the canteen, service will be rendered, and clubs and labor bureaucracies, the service will be rendered over there. And the third factor is mixed cost centers. These cost centers produces goods as well as rendered service or the service. The both combination of the production and services called as a mixed cost center. Here it considered both production as well as the service. In the case of one company, you are having a department of production and services. Both will be combined. It will be a mixed cost center. For example, carpentry shop manufacturing, furniture as well as undertaking repairs works. And elements of cost. The third factor, elements of cost, component or essential part of goods or services is called as element of cost. In other words, element of cost is a part of a total cost. Element of cost is a part of a total cost. In case of a total cost, it is a part and includes main items of expenditure incurred for production of goods and services. It includes both production of goods and services. And similarly, the cost is composed of three elements. The first one is material, second one is labor and overhead. In case of elements of cost, the first one is material. It is a cost which is incurred for the purpose of purchase of materials required for the purpose of production. For the purpose of production, we want materials, it purchases. It determines the cost for how much the metals has to be purchased. And similarly, metals are further divided into two types, like direct materials and indirect materials. In case of direct materials, metals which directly form part of the finished product. It directly form the part of the finished product. direct materials. For example, we can take the carpentry work. If suppose a carpenter produces the table, in case of a table, we can identify the wood here. We can recognize the wood. What? For the purpose of producing the what? Making the table. Directly we see and we can identify the wood. It is a direct material of the finished product. And for example, leather in shoe. They have given the example, leather in shoe, cloth in ready-made garments, and cloth in ready-made garments. In case of cloth in ready-made garment, we can directly, in case of ready-made garment, they are preparing the shirts, pants, chudis and other the products are making over there. In that we can see the direct materials, that the cloth. And similarly in case of leather in shoes, the cobbler will prepare the shoes. Directly we can identify that leather will be identified in case of shoe. And similarly, B part, indirect materials. These materials can not be identified with cost units. Why? How it is? How it is? In case of a cobbler, he will make the shoe. Leather we can identify. What about the thread? What he used the nails and gum. The gum, nails used for the shoe making, and the thread, what he used for that, for making the shoe. These all things will not be identified. Which cannot be identified, it will be part and parcel of a shoe or the equipment, particular make or the made. Then those items will be called as a what? Indirect materials. But without the indirect materials, the particular thing will not be done. For example, as given, gum used in furniture, lubricant oil. And similarly in case of the overhead, labor also one of the part of the factor. Wages paid to the laborers who are engaged in the production of goods and services is called labor cost. Who are engaged in production of goods and services is called as a labor cost. Labor cost is further divided into two parts. Similarly, likewise, which one? The materials. Here, direct labor cost and indirect labor cost. In case of a direct labor cost, wages paid to the laborers who are directly engaged in the production of goods and services. Those who are directly engaged in. For the production purpose, they are engaged in directly for the purpose of production. For example, weavers, tailor, shoemaker, means cobbler. These are the laborers engaged in directly for making these all things. Then what about the indirect labor cost? Indirect labor cost, wages paid to the workers who are indirectly engaged in production of goods and services. Then who are those persons? What are their works? Like indirectly they are supporting for the production of the direct laborers, like watchman, peon, supervisors, or the back office bearers. These all are supporting for the laborers who are producing in making the makes or the things. And for these persons or these type of labor cost will be considered as a indirect cost, labor cost. And overhead. Overhead what? Overhead means an aggregate of indirect materials, indirect wages and indirect expenses is overhead. Classification of overhead are, the first one is function wise classification, second one is element wise classification, third one is behavior wise classification. And here function wise classification already you saw in case of which one? In the first session, second session and third session. Element wise classification at present I have been explained about you. Behavior wise classification you have been studied in case of the previous classes, means the first, second and third session. Function wise classification means here the overheads are classified according to the function wise, like the prime cost, factory cost, administration, cost of production, cost of goods sold. Likewise, the function wise it has been classified. Element wise means already I have been explained you. Behavior wise means fixed, variable and semi-variable cost. And I think this fourth session will be closed. For this, before closing to the fourth session, I will go for the MCQ questions. In case of MCQ questions, the first question is, cost unit is unit of measurement of what? What is the correct answer here? The B, cost. A will not be considered, C will not be considered and D will not be considered. There are four questions, four objective questions for the answer for the main question, that is cash, cost, product and services. The correct answer is what? The cost. Okay. Next, MC question 2. Second question is, production cost centers engaged in. The production cost center is engaged in what? The first question is production of goods and services and rendering services. Second one is B, rendering service only. C, production of goods and services. And D, none of these. The right answer is what? B. Sorry, C, production of goods and services. Okay, production of goods and services. And the third MCQ question is, cost is composed of 2 elements, 4 elements, 3 elements and 1 element. It consists of 3 elements. C is the right answer. Why? 3 elements like material, labor and chargeable expenses. And fourth one is MCQ question. Overhead is aggregate of indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses. Directly I have been explaining the few minutes back. Similarly, P and C are wrong answer. The right answer is A, indirect material, labor and indirect expenses. And fifth one is, thread used in stitching garment is an example of direct material, direct labor, indirect labor and direct labor. None of these. It is none of these, because the thread used in stitching the garment is an example of not all the three. Because of that I have gone for none of these. Yes. In this session, you came to know that what is cost center, cost unit and the overhead element wise elements, that is material cost, labor cost and overhead. I think you have been understood. I will go for the fifth session. The fifth session is about importance of cost accounting and the limitations of cost accounting. What are the importance of cost accounting? Why the cost accounting is so important for the industry purpose or for the society or for the management? The first one is to the management. It helps the management to disclose profitability of their business activities. Yes, it is very advantageous for the management. How it discloses? It discloses the department profit or loss. Hence, it can help the management to take the vital decision if any department or the job or process discussion or discloses any loss. Then they can take the correction factors. See, the certain departments have been divided. In case of certain departments, if particularly it discloses all the profit and loss which is having a profit or which is the departments are having a losses, then by seeing all the data, we come to know that particularly one or two management come to know that this particular department is in loss. Then by disclosing this, we come to know that which department is profit or loss, they can take a correction measures for to make the profit for the future. And secondly, it helps in cost controlling. How it cost controls? Really, it controls like, first of all, in case of cost accounting, it fixes the budget expenses. What is the expenses for this budget? They will prepare the budget for the expenses. And whatever the budget has been prepared, it will be compared for the actual expenses. Budget prepared for the particular production and actual expenses. By comparing these, we come to know that whether it has been exceeded or under the budget expenses. If it is exceeded, it takes the measures to correct it, and it reduces the cost according to the budget wise what they have been prepared the budget. Because of cost accounting, it is very important for which one? The cost controlling. In case of the financial accounting, it doesn't express anything about the budget, how much will be the expenses and this one, but it will not prepare that. It will prepare the profit and loss account and balance sheet at the end of the year. They come to know that at the end of the year whether it is profit or loss, why it is profit or why it is loss, they will analyze at that moment. But already it is a history in case of a financial accounting. But in case of the cost accounting, primarily they will prepare the budget. This much of expenses should be there for this, the particular production, and actual production, actual expenses will be compared. They come to know, they can take the measures and they can control it. Likewise, the third one, it helps in inventory control. The inventory control is very important in case of the manufacturing industries. The smooth functioning of production or the smooth supply of raw materials is very important in case of the manufacturing industries. If suppose it is stuck, the supply has been stuck, the supply has been particularly it is vague, then the production will stop at the moment and the cost will be increases. That's what it helps in inventory control. The stock will be controlled, the levels will be maintained over here. Stock levels will be maintained by economic order quantity, minimum stock level, maximum stock level, reorder level, danger level will be fixed, and at what stages, what actions or the measures we should take, they will take these all measures. Because of this, we will tell that important of cost accounting, it is also one of the importance of cost accounting or the advantages of cost accounting. And next one is, it helps in formulating the new policies. Yes. For the management, almost all the data will be provided by the cost accountant. By providing the cost data in a right time for a right person for the management, then they will undertake to frame the new policies because of the efficiency, because of the profit, because of so many things will be happens in favor of the management. Then they will change the policies for effectiveness of and a quality to produce the quality products and these all. And next one is, it helps in fixation of selling price. Yes, easily it can fix the selling price because the total cost will be ascertained by function wise or the element wise or the behaviorist classification. We come to know the total cost easily because the prime cost will be there, worst cost will be there, cost of production will be there, and the total cost of the sales cost will be there. By the sales cost, we add a certain percentage, 20%, 25%, 30% for the what total cost. We will get the selling price. The determination of the selling price is very, very easy in case of the cost accounting. We can fix. Primarily, we can take the precaution for fixing the selling price. And similarly, it helps in taking a proper decision in their organization. Yes. What about proper decisions they can take? The decisions like policies making. In case of the policies making, it helps the decision making as whether the production is in own factory or buy them in open market. Yes. Here, production is going on, certain departments are there, we come to know which department is making profit or loss. If suppose it is making, it is very good, making profit, it is very good. If that is in loss, they will take major steps to improve that. The profit level. From the loss it comes to the profit. And similarly, if suppose in case of the decision making means we has to take, there are certain processes will be there for the purpose of production. In case of the production of oil, edible oil, the first process is decontaminating machine, second process is crushing machine, crushing or crushing, third one is filtering, and fourth one is double filtering, and fifth one is making the finished product. Okay, if suppose the cost is moreover increasing in case of the first process, then automatically it will stop. They will go for the buying in case of the open market. They can take a decision in case of a process industries. Likewise, it is very important for the industry by applying the cost accounting. These are to the management. For the employee, what it having a advantage for the employees? It rewards the efficient workers. Yes. How it rewards? It fixes the standards now. It will fix the standards. According to standards, they will make the work, and effectiveness it draws, it sees, and it rewards for the workers. Rewards means depends upon the output. They will fix the output. What output the particular person or the labor is doing. If suppose what the standard they have been fixed, if suppose he worked efficiently, eminently for doing such thing by a more capacity, then it can be identified by the management for rewarding the efficient worker. It also helps for fixing the standard of the efficiency of their workers. Yes, fixing the standard. They will fix the standard and they come to know the efficiency. For example, a particular worker has to work for 6 hours, 7 hours or 8 hours. The hours will be fixed. In 8 hours or the 6 hours, 7 hours, they has to produce 20 units of production. 20 units. And if suppose the worker is working to that standard 20 units, he can be efficient of that worker. He will be, efficiency will be generated and efficiency will be identified, and he can fix the salary for him also. If suppose he is producing more than that, then he can be rewarded, or else he can give the bonus or incentives he can give. Likewise for the employees also it is benefited. It is also important for the employees. It provides job securities of the employees. Yes, those who are most eminent and efficient workers for the regular, they are working in favor of the companies. They can be identified by the cost accounting. They can be what? Securitized, having a securitized jobs, or they can provide a security in case of jobs. It helps for improving their standard of living. Yes, efficient and eminent worker, they work more standard, more than standard what they are given, then automatically they will get the more benefited like wages and this one salaries. Then automatically they can be the standard of living will be high. For the government, it helps the government to prepare the national schemes for economic development of nations. Yes, whatever the data will be provided here. By that data, the income tax, sales tax and other taxes will be levied on the company, and by getting the benefit from these companies to the nation, then the economic development of the nation will be improved. Economically, the nation will be improved. Similarly, it helps the government for fixation of wages, per price control and granting of various subsidies. Yes, and here in case of data, whatever the data the government wants from the management or from the company, they will provide for everything. Then they can control the price for the benefits of what for the general public, for the society. Likewise, by giving the information, they come to know that. And for the community, it helps the people to get the better quality goods at reasonable prices. Yes, it is also very important. See, with a minimum cost, they can get a goods with high quality of goods. Similarly, the last one is to help the investors to know the financial position and creditworthiness of the workers or the business. For every quarterly, half yearly or yearly, it provides the statements, cost statements and profit and loss account of the company. then automatically by saying that they can invest. Limitations of cost accounting. What are the limitations here? Costs are differences. Yes, the cost will be differences. How the cost will be differences? The differences of cost, the main thing is that the cost differences will be, since the uniform procedure is not followed by the cost accountant. Here, according to the financial accounting, the uniformity will be there, but in case of this, uniformity principles are not there in case of cost accounting. One cost accounting will apply their own, his own the principle, the other cost. There is a difference between the two cost accountant. If suppose the company is having a two cost accountants, those are having a ICWA, then his application is different from the one, first one is application, A cost accountant is application is different from B cost accountant. Likewise, we can tell that costs are differences. The following the reasons will be there for that, the differences. Use of different methods of pricing of materials. Pricing of materials will be used, different methods. And next, use of different methods of classification of expenses. Classification of expenses, function wise, element wise, and the behavioral classification is there. The cost accountant depends upon which the classification he will take. Use of different methods of payment of wages. Yes, in case of labor paying, they will apply Merrick is there, Romans is there, so many, which one, the piece rate and output rate is there, which method he will apply he doesn't know. That's what there will be differences. And use of different methods of observing the overheads. Overheads will be observed differently in case of cost accounting. Similarly, I think you have been understood this. Costs are differences. And it is not a true or exact cost. Yes. Why it is? It is not a true or exact cost, because cost assessment by the cost accountant is not a true or exact cost, because the cost statements are mainly on the basis of emission, estimation or omission of the certain items of income and expenses therein. The income and expenses will be estimated or omitted. By estimated or omission depends upon the cost accountant. Likewise, they are telling that it is not a true or exact cost. And the next one is, it is unnecessary. Cost application is unnecessary. Yes. Why it is unnecessary? It is burden for the organization, because the separate cost accountant unit has to be framed. So many employees will be there under that. If suppose it is a big industry, large industry, then it's okay. They can bear that. But in case of a small scale industry, it is very unnecessary. We can't bear those all type of expenses. And it is inapplicable. Yes, it is inapplicable in case of marketing. Already the cost has been fixed. The cost has been fixed. The selling price has been fixed primarily before the production of that particular make, the particular unit or the total units. And when we send for the market, in market it can't be changed. That's what, once the cost of accounting has been applied, we are telling that it is inapplicable. In case of market, we can't make changes in case of the prices, and it is an expensive. Yes, it is more expensive. I told you previously, because of unnecessary. Why it is inexpensive and expensive? Because separate unit we are adopting. Already we have been adopted financial accounting. We are preparing for every year the profit and loss account and balance sheet. We come to know the whole organization, how much it has been in profit or loss. But here we have to set a separate units here. In case of unit, there are so many workers will be there, so many employees will be there for the purpose of cost accounting. For applying this, we come to know that the more expensive for the organization. Already it has been applied by the financial accounting. Along with this, we are applying the cost accounting means it will be burden for the organization. and it is not suitable for small concern. Yes, it is not suitable because their budget is small and everything will be in a small concern. Then automatically it will be burden for the small scale industry. It will not be applicable for the small scale industry. It is not suitable for the small scale industries. I think you have been understood. This all what I have been explained about the fifth session, and on that MCQ questions are there. First one is cost accounting helps in what? A right answer. The first one is budgetary control, second one is profit maximization, and next cost control, next cost differences. Yes, C, cost control is the right answer for the cost accounting helps in cost control. And the second one, which of the following is not the advantages of cost accounting? Yes, first one, the first objective question is, answer is inventory control, next cost control, formulating policies relating to cost, and D, lack of accuracy. Yes, these all are the advantages. A, B, C, and D is the lack of accuracy is not advantage, it is the right answer. And third one, cost accounting is important to the workers for rewarding the efficient workers, fixing selling price, minimization of cost, minimization of wealth. A is the right answer, rewarding the efficient workers. And the fourth one is, which is the limitation of cost accounting? Here, job security. First question, first MCQ, this one objective answer. B, inventory control. C, fixing selling price. And D, not true and exact. Yes, exact cost. It is D, not true and exact cost for the limitation. And last one is, fifth one, it is expensive. Yes, I told in the explanation, it is very expensive. And important of cost accounting, objection against cost accounting. Next, objective of cost accounting, none of these. Yes, B is the objection against cost accounting. I think you have been understood this session, fifth session. One have been covered, fourth session and fifth session. And I will go for the sixth session, last preparation of a cost sheet. How to prepare the cost sheet? Preparation of cost sheet. The analysis for the difference element of cost of the products is shown in the form of a statement called cost sheet. Cost sheet is a document which is provided for the presentation of estimated details cost in respect of cost unit. The statement summarizes the cost of manufacturing a particular list of product and discloses. In that first one is prime cost, first cost of production, and total cost. I have been explained this previously. Cost sheet is prepared at weekly, monthly, or other intervals. We can prepare the weekly, monthly, or quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. Cost sheet format, statement of cost for the period. Here is the cost sheet. First, the prime cost consists of material cost, labor cost, and chargeable expenses. And in case of material cost, he has given the certain items like opening stock of raw materials, purchases of raw materials, and the freight, octroi, and carriage inward, and closing stock of raw materials. Then we have to go for the calculation of the metals consumption of metals or metals consumed. And if suppose he has not given, he has given direct amount of direct materials, then automatically we go for the direct applying for the direct materials. Here he has shown everything. In case of direct metals, opening stock of raw materials is there. We apply the amount will be written inside the column. Add purchases of raw material during the year. Add freight, octroi, and carriage charges. less the closing stock of raw materials. By deducting closing stock of raw materials will come the consumption of materials. And the direct wages. Direct wages will be added to the metals consumed or the direct materials. And third one, the direct chargeable expenses. By adding these three, we get the prime cost. Here it is the prime cost. And for prime cost, we add factory overheads. Under the factory overheads, these all the items will be come like the indirect materials, indirect wages, rent, rates and taxes, lighting and heating, power and fuel, repairs and maintenance, cleaning charges, overtime payment, and drawing office salary, works manager salary, cost of research expenses, loose tools, consumable stores. Next, depreciation on plant and machinery. Here, works stationery, employees state insurance, welfare service expenses, water supply, insurance on fixed assets. Next, loose tools, written off, hauling charges, cost of defective works. And after having these all items, the students has to identify while preparing the cost sheet under factory overheads which items will comes under. They have to be perfect by seeing all these items, and after adding all these items, we have to write outside column less sale of scrap. By deducting this, we get the manufacturing cost, and after manufacturing cost will be called as a factory cost or works cost. And adding office overhead for this manufacturing or works cost, factory cost, we get, in case of factory overheads or the administration overhead, certain items will be there, certain like rent, rates and taxes, salaries, insurance on office building, postage and telegram charges, printing and stationery, legal charges, audit fees, bank charges, depreciation on office furniture. Next, equipments and building, cost of production. These all items should be added and written outside column. This written outside column will be added to the works cost, the amount of works cost. By adding the amount of works cost and this total will be the cost of production. Office overhead amount and works overhead amount or the works cost amount. By adding these two, become the cost of production. It comes cost of production. For cost of production, we add opening stock of finished goods, less closing stock of finished goods, we get cost of goods sold. For cost of goods sold, we add selling and distribution overhead like commission. Under this head, so many items will come that you please observe here: commission, salesman salary, salesman services or salary, showroom rent and rates, advertising. Next, traveling expense of salesman, bad debts, carriage outwards, samples and other gifts, depreciation and expenses of delivery man, debt charges, and these adding to the cost of production, we get the cost of sales. It is called as the total cost. And in the problem, we will give the sales. By difference of total cost and sales, we come to know the profit or loss of that particular industry. I think you have been understood the preparation of a cost sheet and the format of a cost sheet. Please observe that. Please observe the cost sheet. It is a format, and almost all the items has been included in almost all the head, function wise head, that is factory overheads, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead. Whatever the items comes under those heads, you have to be perfect. And when the problems will start, you have to identify the items in which head it comes. You have to identify and you have to write on in a particular head. And I will go for the references books: Cost Accounting by Jain and Naran, Cost Accounting by Patan Shetty and Palekar, cost accounting by G.B. Valagar. Under this, again we are having a MCQ questions. Drawing office salary, it comes under which head? Factory overhead, administration overhead, distribution overhead, next saving overhead. Which head? A, factory overhead. It is the right answer. And second MCQ question, counting house salary. It is selling overhead. In which head it comes? The first, the answer is selling overhead. Second one is multi-choice answer will be there. We have to choose the right answer here. Selling overhead, distribution overhead, administration overhead, and none of these. The right answer is administration overhead. And C, prime cost includes opening stock of raw material, direct wages. B, multi-choice answers will be there. We have to choose right answer here. Here also in case of MCQ 3. Metals consumed, direct wages, direct expenses. Third, C, metals consumed plus factory overheads. D, direct metals plus carriage onward or inward. The right answer is the B, because I have been explained previously when I was explaining in case of the which one, the format or the specimen. Metal consumed means direct wages. Metal consumed means prime cost means metal consumed means it is a direct metals plus direct wages and direct expenses. Direct expense will be called as a chargeable expenses. It is the right answer B. Yes. Next, MCQ question 4. Profit means. What do you mean by profit? Profit means sales minus cost sales. It is a profit. Lastly, when I was explaining in case of which one, the format, I told that total cost has been calculated. You will give the sales. Sales minus total cost will be the which one? The profit. Similarly, it is the right answer, that is A. Sales minus total cost. And the last one, traveling expense of salesman comes under selling and distribution overhead. It is the right answer, because administration, factory, none of these. The selling and distribution overhead is the right answer, because it doesn't come under administration overhead and factory overhead. Yes, we can see that right answer, selling and distribution overhead. Yes, is there any questions? I think you have been understood. I am very proud to say that. I am very glad to say that it is an opportunity for me to have a which one, the class with PPT, with video. I am very glad that, and thank you for all the viewers. If suppose it is understood for all the students or for the viewers, I am very thankful for that. Thank you very much.